Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today we're going to do solve simultaneous equations. So there's two general ways to solve simultaneous. One is elimination and one is a substitution method. So both ways can be done in any question, just a matter of which one is more comfortable and faster and you're more, you're more proficient in. So when we look at the question here, assuming you're okay with both, what is the best way to do this question? So we know that to do elimination, either the x must be the same coefficient or the y must be the same. So I'm looking for, is there any situation where I just times one of the equation, I get the other one? So in this case, I see a -2, a -4. So just this alone times 2 will give me this. So in this case, my choice will be to do elimination, and I want to make the 2y become 4. So simple math will be this equation is 2 times 2, so that this -2 becomes -4. So when I say times 2, I'm saying this equation times 2. You see, the number one equation times 2. And what do I get when I times 2? Every single thing times 2. So 3x times 2, 6x. Minus 2y times 2, minus 4x, then minus 4y. -16 times 2, -32. And after I've done it, I call it equation number 3. So I'm looking at equation 2 and equation 3. So at this point, -4y, -4y. I need to do something to eliminate the y. So these two equations is either plus or minus. If you use common sense, I have -4, -4. Do I plus them so that it becomes 0, or do I minus them? So same number, of course, must minus, right? So in my choice, I choose to take 3 minus 2. So when I say 3 minus 2, it is the left side of 3 minus the right side of 2 equal the right side of 3 minus the right side of 2. That's how you do it. So you can see that what I'm doing here is 3 minus 2, this minus this, equal to this minus this, and that's exactly how you do it. This is the most important step. And then from here you expand, you remove all the bracket. Be careful, this is -5 minus -4, so this is plus 4y. Okay, so same thing here. So you simplify, you notice that as expected, this and this becomes 0, which is exactly the point. That's why it's called elimination method. You eliminate things, right? So if the y doesn't get eliminated, you're doing it wrong. Okay, so this one no more. I'm left with 6 minus 5, 1x, -2. So this is x. So after I find x, I need to find y. So I need to sub this into any one of the equation. So I like to sub into the easiest looking one. So this one. So I say sub x equal -2 here into 1. So I'm following this. 3x minus 2y, so 3x. Why is x like that? Because I say what? X is -2. So it's 3 minus 2 minus 2y equal to -16 equal to -16. Then again I multiply, it becomes -6. I move to the right side. At this stage, you simplify some more, you get y. That's how you do it. So the x and the y are the answer. So let's look at another example. In this case, I choose to do substitution method. Why? Because I see a single x here. If you see a single x or a single 1y, I'm more keen to use substitution method. To me, substitution method is easier because the steps have less thinking. It's actually quite brainless. So since the 1x is here, I'm going to make x the subject. So my working will be from equation 1, because I'm going to adjust equation 1. So equation 1 is here. To make x the subject, these 2y need to go to the right side, right? So x equal to -5y minus 2y here. I give it a new name. This equation 3 has x as the subject. So I'm going to sub this into the other equation, because this one came from equation 1. I can't sub it back. I need to sub into the other one. So as like you say in English, sub 3 into 2. So this goes into here. So the x will become, instead of x, it will become 5 minus 2y. You can see that here. 4x, so it's x, x. So 4x minus 3y equal 13. 4x minus 3y equal 13. So but the x is replaced by this. That's exactly what substitution mean. So at this point, I'm just expanding the bracket like that. And I'm grouping all the y, the minus 20 move over. And then you divide both sides by negative 11, you get 3. So once you get 3, same thing, you just sub into one of them. I like to sub into number 3 because number 3 already has x as a subject. So I sub this y equal minus 3 into 3. So it's x equal to negative 5 minus 2 times y, and y is minus 3 here. Minus 5 minus 2 times y. Simplify, count, x equal to 1. So that's the answer. So hope you learned something. Thank you and bye-bye.